Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man on his 8th NFL team, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and the Miami Dolphins, as they take on last year's #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the upstart Cleveland Browns. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff, right around.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here to lead out the offense in his first year as a Dolphin, but 15th overall, it's the bearded veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the new coaching staff coming in, they finally decided to pull the plug on the Ryan Tannehill era after 7 seasons and no playoff wins. So enter Ryan Fitzpatrick, signed in free agency, fittingly on St. Patrick's Day, by the way. But last year with Tampa Bay, you remember Fitzpatrick got off to that incredible start. Over 400 yards passing in each of the first 3 games of the year, 11 total touchdown passes. And now it's his time to do it with Miami. No gain on the dump off and second down. A look now at the Miami offense.
And I like taking the focus to running back Kenyon Drake, because when he came out of Alabama as a 3rd-round pick, he's probably more known for his special teams play than what he provides on offense. But the Dolphins have found him a heck of a threat, both running it and catching it out of the backfield.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
And the mantra of this unit, get to the football. Fly to the ball carrier. And you know how you can tell that they do it really well? At the end of each play, when you click off the frame, count the number of guys that are around the ball carrier. It's always 7, 8, 9 guys. They get to him each and every play.
They'll set up the screen to Drake. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the first blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack on 1st down, Fitzpatrick. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And some room to roam now. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That a 92-yard kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So he fielded the kick at the 8 and never looked back. A great return all the way to the end zone. 92 yards all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward? And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them a touchdown their last go-around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Fitzpatrick looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Landry. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Hey! Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Mike 55, Mike 55.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Let's meet the offense. Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength, just coming into his own.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check it back. Check it back.
Mayfield to throw it. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Where's 52? 52's the mic. And what's your leg?
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. To try again after the sack, Fitzpatrick. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. 7-7, our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Regular.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's trash. He's coming. We got double up. Rush in.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And a cutback right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
And it's player spotlight time, and we shine. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give, right side. Hilliard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A gain there of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Crunch time, defense. Mark 55! Mark 55!
First down, Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, It's Hunt, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Real. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
180. Check 55 to Mike. Regular. Switch. Slam. Check. Hurry. Staying open. Mike 55. Pistol. All right, T, let's go. Hurry. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick going up top, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Check.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Parker left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down, Miami.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Counter play, Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks up. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. It's the former Dolphin All-Pro Olivier Vernon, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Let's go, buddy.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Don't get nervous. Slam. I got you.
And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Check 25. Check 3. Check. Hey, alert 33. Hurry.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Move. 4 down. 52's the mic, boys. 50. Hey, exit. Pick me up. Here we go. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Run.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Alert!
16 yards, a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
20. Let's go.
Mayfield now from the 50. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
180. Hey, alert 33. Pistol. Check 3.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield, letting one go deep for the end. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We got this.
And out come the Dolphins now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development. Be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 16-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a match.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Get ready! Get ready! Get ready!
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. King. Check, 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 check. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Now a give, right side. Hilliard.
It's running.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike, 55.
Here's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Point it right. I'm letting you know right now.
They run right side with Hunt. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
180. Big stop. Regular. 55. Smooth. Eat. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Fitzpatrick set to lead this offense. Down by 2 touchdowns, 36 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fitzpatrick on first down. And throw right side complete to Parker. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the